Hello, John Talley here with Partzilla.com. Welcome back to the studio for our live session Friday at 3. And you have to excuse me today, I am feeling funky. So a little bit loopy, but we're going to make it through this. Waiting for a few questions to come in. Mohammed's asking me, how are you? Well, I just told you. So see if we can make it through this. And we are doing something new as I'm waiting for a couple of questions to roll in. We're actually going to start giving away whatever I feel like in the studio. And today in particular, we're going to give away a Motion Pro tool called a Slacksetter. And we actually have a how-to video showing me how to use this thing. And if you've ever tried to get your chain adjusted correctly, just using your fingers, that's probably not the best way to go about it. This little gadget right here, make sure you get a consistent setting on your chain every single time. So if you would check out the comments in either the Partzilla channel on Facebook or on YouTube and go and find a link there. That way you can enter to win. And we're going to keep it open from 3 until 5 o'clock. So it's not something you have to go do right now, but before 5 o'clock, if you want to enter, that's where you go. Oh, one other thing, they added in a secret password, and today's is going to be Motion Pro, and that will get you an additional 10 entries into winning what we're giving away today, and we'll come up with something new next Friday. All right, guys, well, looks like you're starting to roll in with a few questions. Carter is asking me, I was riding my Honda Rancher 350 and it randomly blew a fuse. I put a new one in and it had no spark. What do you think could be causing this? That sounds like it's probably going to be an issue with your wiring harness itself. So we have done a how-to on that particular unit as far as diagnosing some of the simpler things you can look at first. Plus, make sure you've got the right size fuse in there to begin with. I feel confident that you do, but you're probably going to end up having to pick it apart wire by wire till you can find out where that short goes. And I'm pretty sure in that video I'll walk you through how to do that. So if you would, check that out and let us know what you find. Trenton has asked me, do they sell restyle kits for an 06 KX450F? I'm not sure what you're asking me there, Trenton. Are you talking about changing out the plastics? If you've got a certain make or a manufacturer in mind, let us know. We'll look into it for you. Josh was asking me, hey John, I took off my front wheel hub to replace the bearings and seals, and I'm trying to put the hub back on. Now it doesn't want to go back on. Any ideas? When you say it doesn't want to go back on, are you saying that it just won't physically fit in there anymore? I would question if you actually push the bearings and the seals in far enough to get everything to line back up as it should be. And what make and model are you working on, Joshua? Maybe I can walk you through this. Jason is asking me, hey John, if I install a K&N air filter on my Foreman, will I need to upgrade the jets in my carb? No, you shouldn't have to do anything. One of the biggest advantages with the K&N is it is going to flow a little bit better, but it's not going to make you rejet your machine for that. And its biggest advantage is when it gets dirty, you just go through the process to clean it back up and then reinstall it. So it'll pay for itself very quickly. And I'm sure we have a couple of videos showing you which products to use to get it cleaned up and put back together. So if somebody would drop that in the chat as well, we can help Jason out there. All right, Trenton is asking, what are your thoughts on a 99 Quad Runner F500 4x4? Which one are you referring to, Trenton? Make and manufacturer, please. Brandon is asking me, hey John, I just replaced the brake pads on the front of my 02 400EX and the slider pins are sticking, not letting the wheel spin. How do I fix that? All right, on the front of the 400EX, I'm pretty sure we did that as well on our 03. And the slider pins, you probably just need to get them cleaned up, then make sure that you're compressing the pistons all the way back into the calipers. Otherwise, it's going to hang up on the disc itself. So it sounds like you may need to go back into it, be a little bit more thorough about your cleaning, and then also make sure you've got the pistons pushed all the way back in. Yeah, Trenton says, and yes, plastics of any kind. I want the looks of a newer bike. Well, the real trick on that is if you're trying to get just the look, yes, there's different companies that have different kits out there. But as far as, a newer machine's plastic fitting on yours, highly unlikely that'll work. But just an update, or if you didn't want to update it, the plastics themselves, I've seen different sticker kits that you can get that actually fit over it, and that'll pump it up. And my guys, yeah, and they just posted a link in the Kawasaki in the chat, so take a look there. Tell you what, we're going to silence this computer. There we go. So I don't hear every single notification that's going on. Johnny's asked me, is the Yamaha Banshee good? As long as you maintain them properly, yes. Blazingly fast. It was kind of a sad day when they quit making that 354 two-stroke. They were like riding an angry chainsaw, in my opinion. You gotta love it. All right, Daniel's asking me, hi John, I'm watching all of your videos about the YFC 450 from Germany. These are way better than the German ones. Keep it up. I will do my best, and thank you for watching. Chino is asking me, hello John, how are you? I have a question. I have an 04 LTZ 400, and the cylinder head has a broken cam cap. The intake one, I don't know what I should do, get a whole new head or buy a used cam cap. You can probably get away with just the cam cap itself, and as far as new or used, I would of course want to sell you a new one, and you may be buying somebody else's problem if you decided to go use. So check us out and see if we are in line as far as what you're wanting to spend on it. Chris is asking me, hey John, what clutch system other than OEM for a CR500 do you recommend? The sandy conditions have weakened my clutch and where it's slipping. Chris, if you would, go take a look at the Wiseco setup. I believe they make one, well I know they make it for the 500, the CR500, a beast by the way, but I'm not sure of your year. So if you would, go take a peek at the clutch system from Wiseco. It is I know that they offer a forged setup, and we actually installed one in this 450 behind us, and that video will be going live in a few weeks. But I was really impressed with it. It was a fairly easy install, and I can't wait to actually get that one back in the frame and take it for a spin. But go check out the Wiseco line and tell me what you think. All right, Ivan's asking me, how can I make my Honda Rancher 420 faster? How fast are you wanting to go, Ivan? There's a couple of different things you can do without getting too carried away. If you're just wanting better acceleration, a little bit more torque, something along those lines, you can go with a different exhaust system. Just a slip-on would probably be best, and then a better air intake system as far as going to a better filter. Just let it breathe a little bit better. Anything beyond that, the Rancher is really not designed for competition. I mean, it's a great machine, but I wouldn't want to go past that, or our programmer or anything like that. I think your rewards versus benefits, it wouldn't really be worth it. Big Red is asking me, hey John, rebuilding a 2008 Foreman carb, about the same as the Honda Rancher that you recently rebuilt. It's really close. The basic design is about the same, but as far as the procedure, the settings may be a little bit different in between the Foreman and the Rancher. But if you want to go through and watch the Rancher rebuild, it'll at least guide you in the correct direction. So I would say yes, that watch that video and follow along with it, but don't follow every single setting that I put on it, because it's going to be a little bit different going from the Foreman to the Rancher. Tax is asking me, is it possible to cut steel braided brake lines? Yes, if you're trying to make custom ones or get them cut to size, you usually just don't cut them with a blade. They usually have some type of circular cutoff to make a clean cut, and then reattach the ends. You may want to go to a local pneumatic shop. That's what I typically do here when I have to have something custom made. Of course, I don't have the crimpers that they require, and I've actually gone in and they've put on the ends for me. Matter of fact, we did that for the Grom project for the oil cooler. I had some custom lines actually built here. So find a pneumatic shop that's capable of putting on ends on hoses. But as far as cutting them, they'll know what to do. But if you want to go ahead and cut them to length before you go, then you just use a cutoff wheel to do so. All right. Mr. Zaytev, good evening, John. Wonder where you are on the other side of the planet. I have a little bit of strange sound from the engine of my Transalp 600. Is it possible that you listen to it and give your thoughts? I may send it via email or any other way. Tell you what, send it to our team down at the call center and see if, just via email, and see if they can get it to me, and I'll take a listen to it. I mean, why not? Sounds interesting. Fist is telling me, happy Easter weekend, John. I'm in the market for an electric half-inch impact wrench. Which brand do you recommend? On the half-inch side, I know that DeWalt makes this huge one. Are you sure you want to go with a half-inch versus a 3/8? The one I use in the shop here, I've got actually two of them. One from Snap-on. It's a nice unit, and then the other one is actually from Milwaukee. So either one of those I would recommend. But I don't know if I'd jump for the half-inch, because that 3/8 it's a pretty serious driver, and then it'll usually break them loose. Guillermo's asking me, howdy, which is the best tire changer equipment you guys carry? I know we carry an assortment of different Motion Pro tire changing tools. I mean, that they've got the longer arms, the swept arms. They even have the smaller ones that you can actually carry with you if you're running an enduro. But I would say check out the Motion Pro stuff. I mean, it served me well over the years, and they have several different types of changers as far as the arms go and the accessories that go with them. Junk is asking me, I have an 03 Rancher 350. It's a popular unit today. The electric shift quits working shortly after I start riding when it warms up. Any idea what is causing this? All right, a couple of things. On those, what that electric shifter is doing, it's basically just shifting for you. So inside of that transmission, you've got a shift drum and shift forks, just like you would on a manual. It's just, you know, handling it for you. I would suggest possibly going to a little bit more slippery oil, something in semi-synthetic, the GN4 oil, a 20W40, and go with it in the gold bottle and see if that will allow it to shift a little bit easier, because it sounds like your oil's getting hot, breaking down, and it's not quite enough power to get that drum to shift over. So I'd say try a different oil, a little bit thicker, a little bit higher viscosity, and see what happens. Player Made saying, Josh here, I have a 2008 GSXR 1000. It was recently stolen. Oh boy, recovered, fortunately. They busted my ignition and gas cap. I'm actually planning on ordering the parts I need from Partzilla. Very good. I'm glad you got your machine back. And on the playlist for our Gixxer 1000, I go through the process to basically rekey the machine. So if you need a little help getting through that process, head over to our site and take a look at that video. I'm glad you got your bike back. Joshua came back. The hub just won't fit physically on my 2004 YFC 450. Well, there had to be some type of mistake that was made when you were actually pressing in those bearings and the seals themselves. Thank you for the info and the link. Oh, TAC is asking me, what compression do you need race gas? When you get above, let's say, 11.5 to 1, maybe 12.5 to 1, that's when you're getting in the arena where 93 may not be enough to enough to get it done. So I would say anything north of 12.5 to 1, you're going to end up having to go to a race gas. All right, gaming is asking me, my Honda TRX 420 is ticking and gets fast, and it gets faster as I rev it. Any ideas? It sounds like you probably just need to adjust the valves. So I would say go in and take a peek at that. Now, did we do Tracy, did we do a valve adjustment on our 420? I'm not sure if we've done that one yet. Yep, looks like we did. If you would, post that in the chat so gaming can maybe take a look at his valves and get them adjusted. Whoop, come here. Caesar is asking me, good day, John. I have a K&N air filter on my 1993 FZR 600. I like to clean it, but don't have any of the K&N cleaning supplies. Can it be cleaned with normal household supplies, and if so, what? If you absolutely have to get it done and you can't get the chemicals that we sell for it, you don't want to get overly aggressive, because an overly aggressive chemical will break it down. I would suggest maybe using Dawn dishwashing detergent to get that clean, but the real trick is you're going to need to oil it when you're done. I mean, it is not absolutely necessary, but you don't have that fine layer of protection that the oil provides. So, I mean, if it has to be done this weekend, just go ahead and use the Dawn, but just make sure you let it dry all the way before you put it back on the machine. All right, Daniel 96 is asking my 06 KX 450F. My 06 KX 450F has oil inside the cable of the gear position sensor. Does that make any sense? No, not really. I mean, is it causing a problem for it? Is it not catching what gear it's in? But oil, I don't think it's supposed to be in there. Boy, guys, y'all are piling them on me today. As I said when we started, not feeling super fantastic, and I hate to do this to y'all, but I've gone about as far as I can go, I think, for today. I started off lightheaded, and I just think unless you want to see me pass out on camera, I don't think that'd be a good way to end this. Well, listen, guys, I am going to go ahead and transition out of here, and everybody have a good Friday, a great Easter, and I'll get rested, and then I'll be back here next Friday, and I'll find something else to give away in the shop. And if you've got something in particular that you're wanting us to give away, why don't you drop us a note in the chat. All right, guys. Once again, y'all have a good weekend, and I'll see you next Friday, God willing. All right. Thank you.